Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome to Men of War Assault Squad 2, The End. It's the end of Germany, or it will be soon. Nazi tyranny is coming to an end as we try to defend for the Führer in the fatherland here in this mod called The End, which also does have a few other mods attached to it to make it work. For instance, there is the swastika. I'm sorry if you're offended, but there it is in this mod as well, so it may not be available in all regions. Our goal then is to help civilians of what would only be known as Berlin, I would assume, to escape, and or at least this could be Silo Heights. There's not a lot of detail, but as you can tell, there's some very detailed music in there. So we have the Pack 40 available. That's modified to turn 360 degrees, which should be nice. There's a lot of troops that are not under my command, however, as there's plenty of vehicles everywhere, but not enough troops to man them all. Additionally, we do have a Tiger tank that was salvaged from over here. Unfortunately, not a lot of fuel left in it either. So, in 15 seconds, we'll see exactly what happens here in Men of War Assault Squad 2 on The End. So thanks for joining me here, and we'll try to defend with all of our honor and all of our might, but we all know how it ends. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Here they come. Minefields everywhere. Oh boy. This music you're hearing, by the way, is not put in by me. This is not post-production. Vehicles out in the open, of course. Not a lot of areas to hide, really. Initial artillery barrage. More explosions. We're gonna have to get out of here with the infantry for a bit. Look at that clustering. That would be insta-ack. Initial vehicle spotted. A lot of these vehicles are not under my command. We'll see how they fare. Whirlwind is active, but not under my command. T-34-85 approaching. Wow, very picturesque here in this. Look at that. I want to take cover behind that barn. Let's see here exactly how the... oh, crew injured on the T-34-85. And hull damaged. Wonderful. Horrible Wind is firing to eliminate that infantry. Not much I can do with the limited command of troops. We did lose our initial Pack 40 there. And these front lines are being hit very hard. Jesus, that guy needs to get down. Troops in trenches are getting knocked down by these artillery blasts. That doesn't seem very realistic now, does it? Unfortunately, losing a lot of troops on this front line. So we have 30 minutes to defend while these civilians are loaded in the train and it's fueled up and lubricated and whatever else happens to trains before they depart. As you can see, the citizens of this town rushing over. We do have access to weapons like these Pack 40s and such, but with limited troops and supplies and even fuel. What the hell is that? Ladies and gentlemen, Men of War Assault Squad 2. Not necessarily the game, but whoever programmed the mod had this Yag Panther show up out of nowhere. I have no idea where that could have come from, but it's now begging to be popped in the side. We put our Panther to the side. Alright, so we do have additional troops coming at some point, enemy-wise. Sure as hell ain't gonna get any support from our military. Things are dire, obviously. We do have H's and Tiger tanks, and we also have Whirlwinds. I believe I saw an Ostwind at some point. We have lost our initial... that's probably why a lot of these guys are not under my control, because we've lost a lot of... on this tank, which moved out of its AT position by an artillery blast, possibly. The entire crew's been killed. Too bad we can't get in there and kill some of those crew. Alright, so by the way, I believe the music you're hearing is from, I'm not exactly sure which Medal of Honor, but it's definitely one of them. So that's cool. We got another T-34 approaching. It's time for us to get into battle. Let's get some work done. Oh, it looks like hull destroyed on that H. Good thing we're moving up. We're going to need it. Whirlwind doesn't stand a chance with the crew refusing to turn. And it looks like, is there an aircraft coming? Yep. Oh, and he's firing rockets. Damn it. Dummy bastards. Troops are taking cover everywhere. With limited troops, I'm not sure if I can place mines or where exactly we would get that. I can't believe this Jag Panther's not even turning. There's not really any infantry for a counterattack either, and we can't make any purchases, so what we've got, we got to keep. Units such as this Flak 41, I had attempted to move it forward, but could not, and I can't spend all day. You do get 10 minutes, by the way, prior to this mission to set everything up, but there's nothing I can really do. In terms of, you know, I can't shoot everybody off the guns and steal everything. We still need boots on the ground to shoot at, what the hell's this? Looks like when, I'm not sure if that's alive. That Su-100 seems abandoned, but there is another one coming. It is a heavy tank destroyer, mind you. We got a nice spot to shoot right here. A nice little angle. Check this out. Beautiful. Right as he hit the other one. Nice. Maybe he shot the one in front of him? I thought I killed that one. Let's try to get him again. There we go. That's the end of him. Alright, so we got 28 minutes left to defend. There's a heavy defensive line up there with Type 57s, which aren't so heavy. However, I know we would never make it through that minefield. A lot of our infantry over here actually did survive, which is great. Take up defensive positions on the left then and try to cover the left flank. Attack on the right starting now. Su-122 is approaching. And we do have a Tiger tank. Look at the fuel. That little blue bar in the lower left corner next to the tank, 55.1. That's how much fuel it has remaining. I don't know if that's liters. I don't know if it's just the game's like a custom measurement scale or whatever, but that is basically enough to maybe turn the Tiger tank around 2 times. 360 degrees twice, and that's it. Main gun damage on this 85. We could probably steal it, but again, we'd have to have infantry to push up and capture the thing. Just wait until it gives me that beautiful side. Right into the crew compartment, hull pierced. Beautiful. Awesome. That could be GTA'd, however, it is track damage, so it would have to be repaired. Right side, 122's crew injured. Don't think the Tiger tank had anything to do with that. Ah, looks like the H here may have fired at it, and it is on fire. And several hits right into the... well, it's a little damage around the turret, but the turret is still moving. And it's now hull destroyed. Left side, aircraft coming. Damn. By the way, a big thanks to Sherman and Bonsai for showing me how to go into that neat HUDless mode. It definitely makes things a little bit more picturesque. It's kind of sad that I have to actually play this. I'd like to see this kind of set up my pieces and then not move anything and see it play out, but it still is a mission, so I'm going to try to do it to the best of my ability so we can save as many of these German civilians from Soviet aggression as we can. Hull damaged on that additional Su-100. The enemy's just throwing tanks at us now. 3485 on the right side. Might be a good match for the H. Another horde of infantry incoming. I believe, oh, there's a IS-2 parked there in a defensive stance. Just taking a look at the enemy line. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more on the other flanks as well. Okay, the T-3485's gotten close enough to get popped. Wow, nice explosion there from that H, firing right into the side of it, taking out the... I'm assuming it went right in... Oh, look at that. One shot right into the front there. Just right between the driver and the gunner slash radioman. Nice work. Left side, T-34 coming again. And no other signs in the center. Large hill here in the center. That's why I suggested it could be Silo Heights. However, I mean, any town Germany is basically what you could call this during World War II. It looks like our A gun there was popped. A lot of damage on that left side. Not a lot of troops remaining. Another hull destroy on the T-3485. This Panther is a great tank. We have 18 heavy high explosive rounds and 37 AP rounds remaining. Double machine guns there firing both MG42 and I believe is that a 34 on the top? No, that is an MG42. And, well, maybe a 34 on the inside, but I would assume at this point it would all be 34s. Back to the right side, it looks like we've got another Su-122 approaching. Really holding this first line pretty well for the first 10 minutes. We will need some ammunition soon. 400 rounds remaining in the Panther. We'll have to consider bringing up something. In fact, I think we could probably do this. It'd probably be better in that tank than it would be in this transport. So what we'll do is we'll exchange ammunition with that Panther tank while he's engaging. And that is an AI troop there. That SMG infantry that's taking cover there. Otherwise, I'd move them from out behind the tank and put them in a nice defensive position. Okay, so as you can see on the left, we've got, looks like 10 mines. I did not know that. And 2,500 rounds, so let's go ahead and give those all over to the Panther, and we will make our half-track here become a mobile mine layer. Put some mines on the main road, make sure he doesn't get in. In fact, it'd probably be best to put those closer towards the factory, so we'll lay these back here. We also have 5 Panzerfausts, though as troop experience does vary in using those weapons. Looks like some of our troops are out of ammunition here. The MG is down here. Wonder if we could steal. Nope. And I doubt these boxes are filled with anything. We can't inspect anything on the battlefield other than friends. Let's pull that machine gunner back just so we can get him some ammo. Maybe we can share with the Tiger. They do have a sniper out, it seems. See that little orange reticle starting to load up? That's why I moved him at that last second. That's canceled the sniping operation. See? Oh. He must have grazed him or something. Anyway, doesn't look like there's any vehicles approaching on the right. Actually, there is. T-34 left and right. Our H is doing a real good job of killing those. It's in a perfect position for angling. Another shot coming up here. Hopefully he turns to engage the tank. Oh, that was a deflection. That could be death. Nope. H is taking a lot of damage on its side skirts. Main gun and turreted on that T-34. And on this one, it looks like we got a bro down showdown. Engine damaged. Went right through. Look at that. Right through the drivers. Wow, that guy is dead. And hull damage there. I didn't even have to manually fire it. Wonderful. Alright, looks like the Yag Panther's finally gotten in gear and turned. That's good. Now, who's to say there could be flanking going on? Sometimes these map creators will say, oh, looks like you're getting flanked, you have to pull back. So we actually may be defending at that factory after all. So what I'm going to do is hop out of this thing with both the gunner and the driver and let these guys become mine layers. So what I'm going to do is, if I can, inspect this thing, grab the 10 mines out of here, or at least as many as I can, and start mining the main road. Now, mines are best placed far away from each other because if a tank becomes hit by them and only becomes tracked, it will drive across the rest of the mines and basically nullify any destruction you can get from killing a tank. I believe that's 4. Nice widespread on the mines there. We will have to start... I'm going to call the retreat on this right line because we could find... I'm going to try to look for some more mines or something on the right side. The Brunt's now going to fall to the H and the Tiger on the right, and a handful of infantry at this farmhouse. Alright. Whirlwind is down, is that right? Maybe we could capture that. Oh, SU-100 snuck by. Jagdpanther's trying to fire. Oh, he's missing. If he misses again, we're gonna have to take it. Alright, main gun damaged on him. Alright, we got him. One of us got him. Alright, the infantry's fallen right in. Since we fell back from that position, maybe I shouldn't have did that. They're going to try to AT that tank. That guy's getting ready to do it. Very limited fuel. This is very dangerous pushing up like this. Next level of tanks will probably be approaching soon. It'll be IS-2s, maybe KV-85s. This is a mod, so who the hell knows? T-90s? I don't know. Holy crap. That Tiger tank just shot and like vaporized 3 dudes. That was amazing. Left side, hull destroyed again on T-34s. Look at this battlefield. The Russians only pushing through with 2 or 3 tanks at a time. They seem to be very cautious and reserved in attacking this town. There is an ammunition truck up here. We'll try with these men to try to get some ammunition. Hopefully there's no other artillery strikes. The left side does seem to have more vehicles. We have a backup H, a Panther, a Jagdpanther, and a Stug. Remember, the Jagdpanther is not under our command. Looks like there's a truck here as well. Looks like there's one in the center, right, and it doesn't look like there's one on the left. These men are done with their mines, though. We can place AP mines, but the count of AP mines is so minuscule, it might not matter. Only 10 of them. We do have 43 machine guns? No way. Oh, it's 43 rounds, okay. Sometimes the number next to it means how many. Oh, that's at the bottom, I see. Yeah, that's the actual machine gun out of the half track here. Alright, so I'm just kind of looking at the mini-map as I plan my next defensive moves. Alright. Some mods, by the way, will have troops automatically take ammunition out of the trucks, which I think is fantastic. We'll take 5,000 rounds out of this vehicle, or out of the half track there, or the truck, and we'll put the machine gunner up there. We'll get these guys whatever they need. We'll grab all the ammunition we can. I'm going to load some of these guys up because they're just going to be firing for a long time. I think these do they take rifle or SMG rounds? I think it is an SMG. Alright, so we'll have to share with some of the guys up there. And this guy's fully loaded with rounds, so we can share with him as if and when somebody becomes... there's so few troops to manage that I can actually just have them easily trade. This Panther tank's in a great position. The left side of it being completely defended by a house, and the right side by the Whirlwind and a huge barn. Unfortunately, we can't repair that H. And on the right side, the push continues. SU-122 pushing up again. Engine damaged on a T-34. Track damage on a T-34 as well. He shouldn't be moving anymore. He got popped for sure. Down to 25 rounds. 25 rounds remaining in that Panther on the left. IS-2 still mean mugging us there. We do have a truck back at base. I'm not sure if any of these vehicles are actually armed with heavy munitions or if it's just light arms. Anyway, meanwhile at the half track we're going to get some mines down again. AP again. I don't remember how many times I clicked there. We'll just do a few more just to be safe. If he runs out of mines, he'll just stop laying anyway. Next, we're going to get some, let's see. Oh, I don't know, 8... If this guy could hold that many Panzerfausts, that would be great. But that's a no-go. Let's use this guy to run back and inspect some vehicles. I don't know what else we can use in the town. We'll come back. Maybe we can commandeer this Opel Blitz. Opel Blitz, again, this is a mod, so I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work. And it looks like we do have an artillery piece, but not in our control again. Very strange how powers are being divided here in this in one of these final days. SU-100 coming again on the left. Looks like it's pretty standard now how we're dealing with these vehicles. I believe that SU-100 is still alive. So many tank carcasses in the way, though, the Soviets are not going to be inclined to move up very frequently. Hull damaged on that one. I don't think we're going to get a shot off on that one either. Look at all those troops. 750 rounds remain now on the Panther. Good thing we gave it our ammunition. The Tiger tank there is holding strong. Opel Blitz is ours. Let's take a look, see what's inside. Inspect eye. Okay, so it looks like standard ammunition. Though it does have more machine gun rounds, so we can bring that up. Probably on the left side. We're going to need it over there. There's one in the middle, one in the right, and now we'll have one in the left. One back at base, too, we can only assume. There's a fuel truck here. Perhaps we could use that on the Tiger to get that out of the way. As the defense is going rather well, I'm more inclined now to go back to base and grab things that we could use, such as the Pak-40. Though I may want to keep it back at base again. You never know when the enemy will attempt to flank you with any type of weird scripting of, you know, oh, Red Guard's got around you, here comes 12 half tracks full of communists. You never know. Alright, so it looks like another T-34 is approaching. We're switched to HE rounds for some reason. Looks like this T-34 is using the other one as cover. Crafty Russians. Their armor is now tanks. Hull destroyed there. We're down to 23 rounds on AP. 23 more tanks we can destroy. That one is on fire. That's going to be a big boom, baby. Look at that. That is beautiful. Ooh. Look at that field. Isn't that just stellar? That is just astounding. All that fire going on. Like literally gunfire and fire. It's like a medieval battlefield out there. Alright, SU-100 is going to bro down with us. Didn't even want to engage us. Their orders are probably just to advance and make up with Hitler. Alright. Opel Blitz has arrived. We can give some more ammunition to wherever it's needed on the right, or on the left rather. And on the right we may bring up some more ammunition too if we need it. 5,000 rounds in this truck. I wonder if this... Oh, I can actually inspect this aisle too. Oh, nothing on board. Damn. Alright, we'll put this guy in a defensive position. T-34 is beginning on the right side. And the H is still alive. Huge, huge, huge amounts of enemy tanks just coming in. So the front lines are still holding with, you know, 4 guys in them. Looks like a few of our guys here may be low on ammunition, but we'll keep them right where they're at. They're out of trouble. Look at that, just... Come on down to Ivan Drago's used tank lot. We have lots. Stacks on stacks. Look at that. That doesn't even make sense. Look at this tank. Is that actually might be a prototype. That is amazing. I love Men of War. Alright. On the right side, we've got a hull-destroyed T-34 that approached. By the way, this is a mod for the original Assault Squad that has been remade for Men of War Assault Squad 2, so a big thanks to the creators and whoever carried it over. Look at that. I don't know if this guy thinks he'll make it or what. I hope he doesn't. Wow. So I did try this on normal, by the way. It might be better in the future to try this on hard or extreme or whatever the highest difficulty is, just to get a more realistic feel. Of course, I'm showing this off to you, and if you've made it this far, you know, why don't you mention the word carrots down below? It's bolt sauces kind of thing to make sure you guys are watching all the great entertainment. I mean, this is astounding. This is really one of the coolest defensive missions I have seen. Many great defensive missions, but when there's kind of a story where it's like, well, this is it, good luck, that's always the most fun. I don't even know if this Tiger tank has fired. It is on move, though. We should probably disable that. Speaking of Tiger tanks, it probably could use some fuel, but actually, before we move any further, let me stop it and see. Ah, yes, we do have 2 fuel tanks with the fuel truck, so we'll bring that over to the Tiger, and maybe we can get that to pull back. In the last 10 minutes, I don't know if it's going to pick up to bigger attacks, but it looks like another Su-122 and infantry is coming. Troop here still taking cover behind our tank. The Panther down to 1 HE round and 19 AP rounds remaining. He's firing AP for some reason, or HE rather than AP. Tanks are probably a little bit more important here, but... And a hull pierced on that tank, is that right? Oh, this tank. Wow, look at this. New Soviet technology. The tank battering ram. Crew injured. And there's a flamethrower standing right behind that tank. He's running off to the left. Trying to get a good shot here on the Su-122 before he fires. There we go. So these are obviously ill-trained Soviet troops. They're finally actually reaching our lines. And we're out of it. MG rounds. You gotta be kidding me. We're gonna back the Panther up now. And bring up our H as well. We're gonna back the Panther all the way up to a defensive position here. 15 rounds remain. Right side looks like there's some, on the mini-map, some more Su-122s possibly coming. It's very dangerous to back this tank into there, by the way. Really exposing some heavy frontal exposure there. See if I can get this thing parked a little nicer. There we go. So we're not going to show the underneath. A nice deflection here possible if they do fire their main weapons. I'm actually surprised we made it this far. 40 rounds on the Tiger, we're good. Fuel, time to do some fuel exchange. Fuel and exchange, Studaten. Okay, now, the thing about the refueling is I'm not sure if you can just give them the gas. You actually have to fill the tank up here. So you're going to see some things you might not see in multiplayer as much, or ever. Other than if somebody's playing with artillery. We have a barrel here full of fuel. He's going to walk over and refuel the Tiger tank. That dude is so swole. Tiger tank is at 0. What the hell? Wait a minute, do I have to take the... How that... Alright, so this fuel tank is empty. I think I'm supposed to fill it up from... See? You never see it, because I have no idea how to do it. Now I'll pick up the barrel. You goof. Alright, we're going to figure this out. This is important to save this. Alright, we want to make sure... Okay, good. We took from that fuel truck now, and we're going to filter to that other truck. The icons were a little confusing. But I think we actually didn't take the fuel from it. We actually just took like fuel from the actual truck rather than the fuel tank. So that's how desperate it is. But 110 fuel now, so we do have a little bit to maneuver with if needed. And he can go ahead and put this barrel back. So that's how you do a refuel. I guess makeshift. I forgot this vehicle's out of fuel, so I won't even be able to move it. But at least he's in some makeshift cover, and we'll get away from that fuel truck a little bit. All right, now train departure in 6 minutes and 46 seconds. I'm now wondering if perhaps there'll be more objectives. Panther tank on the left is in danger. 6 AP rounds left. This is out of the battle. This thing is not going to be able to do much. We need MG ammo, and we need it now. Alright. We're at a safe distance. Safer distance. Not sure here if this truck has been stripped of its MG ammo. But you know what, let's go up here and steal this one. And we'll try to refuel. Oh, this guy's got MG. Oh, let's give it to him. The tanks are the ones engaging and have the highest survivability. H on the left side hasn't been taken out, on the left side of the screen there. Alright, he's got 400 rounds he can give to the Panther. That's it. Our MG has 50 rounds as well. Both guys have been killed out of this bunker here. There we go. Alright, they've hit a real wall here. Unfortunately, the 75mm is probably not going to last forever. We've only got a few AP rounds left, and a lot more tanks coming. Alright, they are continuing to approach. The train is 5 minutes away from deployment. Possible artillery explosions there. More of the same coming up. That's probably just got to be a reserves or something, I don't know. They really haven't been doing much against us. We're down to 3 AP rounds left. We're going to have to manually fire this. There we go. We'll put it on hold fire, and I'll be doing the firing now for the remainder of the battle. With 3 rounds left, we have to be very selective of what we fire that 76 at. 88mm on the Yeg Panther, 75 on the medium tank there, and keep in mind the velocities are different though. One is more effective. We do have our Stug here, which also fires a 75mm round. Is that the same as what the... oh, this fires a 75 KWK-42. This fires a 75 KWK 40 L48. And this fires an 88mm KWK-43. And of course the Stuck 40. Alright, we're running out of ammunition. 3 minutes left on that train departure. What a mess. Whoever is responsible for this failure in the Soviet advance is going to be shot, reanimated, and shot again. Look at that. That is amazing. Look at that. Huh. Turret destroyed over on the right side. It's more like a movie. I mean, just watch this. He didn't make it at all. Those tanks are so trained on that position. The artillery barrage at the start was very interesting to just kind of fire at the front line, and then that was it. It softened up a few of our troops. We maybe lost maybe 8 to 10 guys, maybe, but that's it. We did commandeer this ammo truck up here, so we'll get that down here. I forgot about that. MG ammo is more important now. We've got our officer here. We've got 5,000 rounds to give to our tanks. So let's go ahead and exchange first with this Panther. though it won't have a main cannon anymore due to being out of ammunition, it will have plenty of ammunition to fire back. So we'll give it 5,000 rounds and get away. And I'm sure this is low on ammunition too. It's got 12,000 rounds. And I don't think we can give the Jagdpanther anything. Once it's out, it's out. We're not allowed to talk to each other, you guys. Alright, 6,000 rounds in the H. We'll back these guys up. They might want us to counterattack and attack Moscow, so maybe a while till you guys see the end of this video. The end of this video. Double machine gunners here, nice. There is a top to this building, however, if there's troops in there, friendly troops, as you can see, the top gets taken off and on, just like with the ladies. All right, so we've got, just look at that, look at that, that is, I keep coming back to this, look at this. This isn't 1941, you guys, this is 45. The Germans are actually losing right now. It's actually hard to believe that with the sloppiness of the, I wonder if that's artillery firing. It's gotta be, huh? 50 seconds left. Grab your bags, grab your tickets, this train is out of here. Locomotive Kurt. Alright, right side, small amounts of infantry remain. Su-122s have remained unsuccessful breaking through. T-30-45's approaching. What a great mod, really. There could be a lot of work done in order to make it more difficult, challenging, and make the difficulty in terms of, you know, upscaling throughout the mission can be increased. But for now, this is amazing. We have one shot left, I believe, in the main on the main cannon here. I believe it says 0. It says 1, so it must be 1 loaded. So that's it. One shot remains. Stalin's gonna show up in a giant tank. The Tsar tank. All right, time is up. Train is departing. Look at that. She's making it out of here. Protect the convoy. Protect the convoy. Mission completed. Back to the motherland. You win the game. Good work, Commander. You won this battle. Enemy losses 778, 38 vehicles. Friendly losses 87 and 14. Alright, you guys. Thanks for joining me so much. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend. Thanks for the support. Keep your passwords and pimp hand strong. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Don't tell YouTube about this copyright music.